Hey everyone, so today I want to talk a bit about Thoma and what you should play him as, a sub DPS or a support. Let's go. So Thoma is a new pyro polearm user coming to Genshin and is looking to fit both the sub DPS role and support role. So let's go over the pros and cons of each. So firstly, support. So Thoma can in fact as a support, mainly due to his skill. And so what does his skill do? Well, it will first deal some pyro damage, but then it will give the character a blazing blessing, which is pretty much a shield that will have a certain amount of damage absorption. So at first glance it looks like a pretty average shield skill that will have some damage to go along with it. However, the great part of this skill is the last bit, which states that the shield's damage absorption can in fact stack, meaning the more you stack the shield, the stronger and stronger this will become, potentially becoming an extremely strong shield, although it does have a cap, so do be wary of that. Now, the next question you may ask is, how can you stack the shield? So firstly, we obviously have the skill itself, but we also have his burst. So alongside the damage the burst provides, it will also refresh the stack of the shield, which can be extremely good, as if you time both the skill and burst together, then you should be able to keep a very high stack of the shield throughout the fight. So now, shields have been very important to Genshin teams for quite a while now due to how valuable they are, especially in high levels of the Abyss or even some tough bosses. So having a shield character that is of pyro element, which we really don't have right now, I mean we do have Xinyan, but no one really plays her, is really good and can open the door to many new teams. Now, as far as when it comes to shield characters, the de facto person is Zhongli, as he currently possesses the strongest shield as well as just doing a ton of damage even when built as a support. With Thoma being another option, it would be really good, as the Geo element doesn't really work well with the other elements due to its reaction, as well as Zhongli being a 5-star who's no longer available, so some people may not have him. So that is support Thoma, who focuses a lot on maintaining his shield in order to protect the party. But how about sub DPS Thoma? How does he fare? Well, sub DPS Thoma will, instead of focusing on the skill, he will instead focus on the burst, and making sure that the burst will be as strong as possible, as well as making sure he has to burst up as much as possible. So the main sort of objective of sub DPS Thoma is to first be the pyro applier for the team, meaning he will be the main guy to apply pyro to the enemies, which will allow either your main DPS to deal a ton of damage, as well as of course providing extra damage with each attack. So as Thoma is a pyro character, he's going to be applying pyro, which is extremely useful for both cryo and hydro characters, as they will have the best synergy with the vaporize and melt reactions. Overloaded, while good, isn't the best and isn't that recommended to go for, at least right now. Perhaps in the future, if it receives a buff, it could be a lot better. But now, the question is Thoma a good applier of pyro? And the answer is yes. So he's being referred to as the Pyro Shinshu due to his burst being pretty much similar to Shinshu's. And seeing as Shinshu is the best hydro applier and arguably the best applier of anything, Thoma is looking to be the best pyro applier. The main reason for this is that Thoma's burst will apply pyro on every attack the active character does, meaning that if you time it right, you'll be able to get a steady application of pyro. So again, for these hydro and cryo teams who have never, at least up to this point, had a person who can apply pyro fast enough, Thoma is looking to be that person. The only thing you'll have to be mindful of is energy, as if he's anything like Shinshu, he'll probably have a high energy cost, meaning focusing on energy recharge on your artifacts will be vital. But luckily, it is looking, at least for sub DPS Thoma, the emblem of Sacred Fate will be his best in slot, and so that shouldn't be too difficult of a task. So now, sub DPS or support Thoma? Well, honestly, they are looking both to be extremely good, as having a shield character is always a great idea, and having a pyro sub DPS is also really good, as we haven't had a true pyro sub DPS, and so this will help so many teams have a reliable pyro sub DPS. So the only question now is, what do you need? Do you need a pyro support character with a shield, or do you need a pyro sub DPS character to help apply pyro and do a bit of damage? Personally, I'm really looking forward to building him as a sub DPS, as other than perhaps Xinlin, I don't really have a good pyro sub DPS. So Thoma will hopefully fit that role. And so, who will you use? Leave a comment down below, And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.